Hello, and thank you for joining another episode on the Brazos River Saints podcast. Today, I've got brother Alden Rix with me.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I'm happy to hear that.
Sweet.
So the whole point of this is just to get to know each other as members of the ward. So just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. Things that you like, things that you enjoy. What makes Alden Alden?
I really like anything outdoors. Honestly, I love camping, hiking.
Right.
I love planes. I fly. I have my pilot's license, and I really enjoy it. Just kind of being up in the air, flying
Right.
around. Rock climbing. Just anything outdoors. Honestly.
Anything outdoors. That's awesome. So last summer, you were with the group that went to the Boundary Waters, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what was your favorite part about that trip?
I think just being up there in nature, it's just so beautiful up there, and just kind of having that peace and quiet, and it was really fun just hanging out with friends and fishing and camping. It was really fun.
Yeah. It was really good. Were you okay with this rainstorm too?
I actually enjoyed it. It was an adventure. Like, it was really fun because we were like putting up a tarp in the middle of this rainstorm, trying to huddle under this tarp. And I mean, even if it was a little cold, we eventually got it all figured out. And I thought it was fun. It's really, really cool. I liked it. It was an adventure.
It was definitely an adventure.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your pilot's license. Mm-hmm. How much? Tell us about that. Like, what does it take to get a pilot's license? And what? Yeah. How much time did it take you to do it?
Let's see. So I kind of started doing some ground school around 15, 16. And you can solo, which means you can go up, fly by yourself at 16.
Okay.
And so I was training when I turned 16, and then you can get your license at 17, which means you can start taking other people up.
Gotcha.
And you can carry passengers, basically.
Right.
And so I turned 17, then a couple months after, I was able to get my pilot's license.
Awesome. So what is ground school? What constitutes?
Okay, so ground school, that's basically, there's a lot of things you got to learn to fly.
Right.
You got to learn weather, you got to learn how you got to learn how it's made, and how, if this goes wrong, what do you do? If this fails, why? And so you got to learn every in and out of the airplane, and just so there's that safety, because you're up thousands of feet up in the air. So
yeah, awesome. So how many? And I'm asking because I know the minimum requirement, but how many hours did it take you of flight time before you were able to get your pilot's license?
I think I was at 60 hours of flight training by the time I got my license, and that doesn't count for all the study, and that was a lot of study.
Yeah, and that's just up in the air time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, 60 hours is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people that take a lot more than 60 hours, but
yeah. It was fun. I liked it a lot. It was
good.
It was a fun journey.
Good. Awesome. Now, when you get older, do you plan on using your pilot's license like as in a career option, or is it more just, hey, I just like to fly, this is just going to be something I just want to do?
I started I was like, oh, maybe I could do career, and I was looking at that option. But more kind of thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think that's the end game.
Gotcha.
And so for now, it's just, I'll be able to fly, and it's a really fun hobby. I mean, it's not a cheap hobby, but
right.
But it's my dad. He was able to fly us around and on road trips and stuff like that, and is always like core memories for me. So it'll be fun to make those with my kids too in the future.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just it's a really cool skill to have under your belt, I think.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not super familiar with where you are at in school. Are you done with high school, or are you still senior in high school?
I'm just finishing, so I should be done maybe a month. I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and then I'm planning to go mission maybe end of summer, end of year, around that time frame.
Gotcha. So a lot of your family has served Spanish-speaking missions. Do you think they're going to send you to a Spanish-speaking mission?
Okay, it would be kind of cool to have like my own language, but at the same time, they've all learned Spanish, so they have their own secret language, and then they can talk behind our backs. I'm like, I kind of want to know what y'all are saying.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do want to learn another language just because that's cool. You can bilingual. It will be a challenge, but I think it'll force me to learn another language. But yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And if there was a place you'd like to go on your mission, where would it be? Like if you have a number one, you're like, man, I really hope they send me here.
I've always thought New Zealand. I don't know, it'd just be a kind of cool area. But honestly, I just like to go foreign. If not, I'm still fine. I'll go wherever I'm called to. I mean, I'm just excited to.
Excited to go?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What makes you so excited to want to go on a mission? What is it that really drives you to say, no, I really got to do this?
I think just the impact that I'll be able to make to other people.
Right.
And so during FSY, you kind of got a little glimpse of what I think it's going to be like. And it'd be a nice change just to have the Savior in your life 24/7 for 2 years, and I'd like to share that with other people,
Right. Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Understood. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the Book of Mormon. Like what is it about the Book of Mormon that you find so valuable?
I think it's extremely valuable because you have another record, and it has all these lessons that can be learned. Where the Bible is amazing too, but it's been passed down and translated differently, so you don't know. I mean, you have Joseph Smith translation, which helps a lot, but with the Book of Mormon, it gives another. I don't know, it's just cool to have two Bibles, basically.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
yeah. Another testament of Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite verse in the Book of Mormon?
I really like. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I like the Adam fell that men might be, and men are that they might have joy.
Right.
And I've always liked that just because, one, it puts a different perspective on Adam and Eve, and really, I mean, that's part of the plan. They were meant to fall, so we could experience things, and we could have agency, we could experience joy and experience sorrows along with it, but that's part of life, those ups and downs.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's fantastic. So what are your, I know right now your focus is finish high school, go on a mission, and that really should be like your ultimate focus, but have you thought about the future? Like what do you plan on doing once that's finished?
Okay, so I've applied to BYU. I want to go, after my mission, I want to go to BYU. And I actually get that, the letter or email now, I think February 17th. So close, get to see if I get accepted. So I'm excited for that. But I think I want to study business entrepreneurship and kind of run my own business. And then just engineering on the side, just to have that backup, And I think engineering is just a lot of good knowledge to have.
It is.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I
have a degree in nuclear engineering.
That's cool.
And my only advice on engineering, I mean, what sounds like you're going to do some really awesome stuff. My only advice on engineering is stick with the big three, either civil, mechanical, or electrical, because you can take those anywhere in the world. Yeah. But once you go nuclear, you're like, well, I guess I'm stuck here in these few spots. So anyway,
gotcha.
And I think that's the same with bio or chemical engineering, and biomechanical engineering, and there's all these other different engineering options, but you're very limited. Very limited when you do this. But like those big three, civil, mechanical, and electrical, are like whatever you want to do. Like the door's open. That's my own. It's my own opinion. I'm sure there's someone out there that probably disagrees with me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's really awesome. I didn't want to take up too much of your time today. Okay. And I'm glad that you were able to join me. I didn't expect you to talk a lot. You've still got a lot of life left to live.
Yeah.
and a lot of fun things to do.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for you to go on a mission, and so seminary, or you should be graduating seminary this year too. Then, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean,
Is that
I'm kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy at the same time because you don't have to wake up early, obviously. But I've always liked seminary just because you get that moment every day that you get to feel the spirit, and start your day off right.
right? Yeah. I have to say, in Texas, it's a lot different than say Idaho or Utah, or even parts of Arizona where
It's like an actual class.
you can like leave school and go to class in seminary class. It's a totally different deal. And then you walk into a completely different environment than you do over there. Like the people, the kids in the school, I'm not saying they're bad kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're still really good kids there, but it's a totally different environment than Idaho or Utah, where you walk out of seminary and you go sit down and chat with your friends about seminary.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It doesn't happen here as much as it does there by any means. But
yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's awesome. I think it's great that you joined us today.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So next time, we're looking to have you on the Brazos River Saints podcast to join us and share a little bit about yourself. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.